everybody, this is a series on the top 10 tips or mistakes that people make when going through child custody. And in this episode, we're talking about mistakes that people make when they're communicating with the other parent. So mistake number one is they don't communicate with the other parent. So they cut off all contact whatsoever. So no, don't want to talk to you, not going to respond to your emails, not going to respond to your phone calls or your text messages, anything like that. I get that in the short term that works for your little bubble of out of sight, out of mind. But the fact is that the child has a right to a relationship with that parent unless they're at risk of harm. And if you deliberately withhold time from that other parent or do not communicate, the court will actually look at you as though you are not being a supportive parent, and you're not going to foster a relationship between the child and other parent. And what does that do if you don't? Actually backfires. So if you're not going to promote a relationship but the other parent will, the courts will turn around and order for that child to go and live with the other parent. And if you think it won't happen, it will. If you think it doesn't, I've seen it many, many times. So remember that, do not withhold that time or do not withhold that communication. It's really important. The other one is don't insult the other parent. The amount of mudslinging that people do is not healthy. It's not healthy for the child, number one, and obviously they're going to be your primary objective here because they're your priority, right? But if you're insulting the other parents, there's a possibility you're doing it in front of the child, which is a big no-no. The other child doesn't want to hear that mum and dad, or mum's a bitch and dad's a bastard. They don't want to hear any of that. They want to hear that their parents are loving, wonderful people who have no faults, because at that age, that's what you want to hear. So it's really important that you don't insult the other parent. Now, even if the child's out of earshot, still do not insult them. Do not do it by email or text message either, please, because I promise you the first attachment to an affidavit or a statement that comes into court will be email number one, where you're just bagging out the other parent. And if you do, and the courts look at it and they think that you're being really aggressive, then again, it's going to flip the tables and you're on the back foot already trying to prove that you genuinely have the best interest of the child at heart. So I'm sure that that's not what you want to do. Now, that's the episode today about communication, and I look forward to talking to you at our next episode. We're going to talk about decision making, good decisions, bad decisions, and how you deal with that.